Okay, I realized I had to make this video like much later than I wanted to. I wanted to make it yesterday, but some things happened. Uh, but holy shit, what a Wrestle Kingdom! What a Wrestle Kingdom this was. I absolutely loved it from day one to day two. I just finished day two, and it was amazing. So day two just had some of the best action, much better action than it was, and just all around it was absolutely incredible, and I enjoyed every single minute of it. So just start from the very beginning, I guess, and that's gonna go to the pre-show, the gauntlet for the six-man never openweight title. Los Ingobernables, Evil, Bushi, and Shingo Takagi won the tag team titles. I was really like not expecting much from this match, but it was actually a pretty solid match, not bad. Uh, Much better pre-show match than I would see in WWE actually, because New Japan does, like I said, offer better quality wrestling, and I was really impressed by Robbie Eagles in this match. Someone new that I am just seeing, and he was really good in this match. Showed much strong showed a really nice showing. Had a really nice showing, I should say, in the gauntlet with Fale and with some of the other competitors in the ring as well. So I really enjoyed it, and I'm glad that Los Ingobernables did win the six-man tag titles. Those guys, Evil, Sonata, and Bushi won. Not much to say about it because I did watch it yesterday. I don't have like a clear memory of it, sort of, but I do. But it was pretty solid. Uh, Jushin's last match. Jushin's last tag match, a loss to Hiromu Takahashi and Ryu slash Dragon Lee, while Jushin was teaming with Sano. Pretty good. Just want to say thank you to Jushin Thunder Liger. His long storied career came to an end in the right way. I did say he was going to go out he was going to go out the right way, putting over the talent, and he did. They really put over the guys, really put over the next generation of junior heavyweights, as Jushin Thunder Liger was a junior heavyweight himself. Really good match, really good way to go out. Just absolutely amazing, and the standing ovation that he got. The video did freeze when I was watching it, but I really didn't care. Just the right way to go out for Jushin. Not so much, not really much happened in that tag team match except Jushin Thunder Liger just giving the ovation that he deserves, getting the moment that he deserves, and then at the same time, Hiromu Takahashi getting the pinfall. That was the right person to get the pinfall win in the end. Really good, really solid way, really good way to end, career. I just, you know, wish you could see that more in WWE more often. Last time I really remember like someone going out that good, uh, was Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania. So that was a really, really good, solid way to end Jushin's long story career. I hope he has a really good retirement. I mean, 55 years old, he's lived good and has accomplished a lot. So definitely worth the retirement. Roppongi 3K defeating Taiji Ishimori and El Phantasmo for the Junior Tag Team Championships. They won the Junior Tag League first and foremost, so I had to say that. And this was a pretty solid tag team match, really nice paced match, though not my kind of style, though, is the thing. But Taiji Ishimori, when I first saw him, I said, that's an immediate badass. Still a badass. The mask on the mask, it's amazing. And then Roppongi's showing yo, oh god, just watching them getting their balls crushed, that was so that's crazy. That was crazy. I mean, not crazy, but it was fun. It was funny. Just funny to see them, see Phantasmo and Taiji being heels, being good heels, and just standing on top of them, just doing what they wanted with them, back scratching them. Just and it was a fast start in the beginning, and the action was getting pretty good. Like I said, it's not my kind of style of tag team wrestling that I would watch, but like with a sudden finish, but it was pretty decent. I really liked the tag team match. I thought the tag team match was pretty good, even though I did like the one from last year. Although I kind of don't remember the one from last Wrestle Kingdom. I'll try to rewatch Wrestle Kingdom 13 again because that is one of my favorite Wrestle Kingdoms. Sonata, next match, Sonata losing to Zack Sabre Jr. as Zack Sabre Jr. retains the Rep Pro British Heavyweight Championship. Fantastic. Technical wrestling is my thing. I love a mat-based counter quick pass, counter quick pace match with a ton of chances at submissions. I'm stepping on the floor because I'm actually in my room. So, but it was a technical wrestling class, technical wrestling at its very best. It wasn't a classic, not like a classic from all the other standards, but it was amazing. It was fantastic. I loved it. I need that more. But the grappling, the counters, the arm drags, is what I loved. I loved it from beginning to end, and then the sudden roll up, the way that Sonata won in the G1, that was great. That was really, really I just couldn't get enough of it. I didn't even take my eyes off of it for 1 second. It was just over and over and over. And Zach's flexibility, pretty damn awesome. He has such good flexibility in the ring. And then there was no sudden movement. There was no sudden stop. There was always no sudden movement. There was no stoppage or anything. It just kept going and going and going, and it just got better and better and better. It was fantastic, and I loved every minute of it. So I need that more, and I'm gonna most likely definitely watch it more as time goes by. As I get into New Japan more, I do gotta watch New Year Dash. Jon Moxley retaining the U.S. Championship against Juice Robinson. Quick match. Wasn't quick actually. It was a fast and physical match, but Juice's emotions did get the best of him. Juice's emotions got the best of him in the very end. John kept his mind at an insane kind of way, and he was doing what he did best: be violent and be crazy. So obviously, John was gonna be at a disadvantage, but his mind and working, that was really good. I'm glad that Jon Moxley won the match because like I said, I want him to reign as IWGP US champion for a very long time, for much longer than he did in his first reign. Because I for sure think Moxley is going to be a much, much, much bigger star in New Japan than he will be in AEW. He's going to be an AEW star, but he is going to be a New Japan God level athlete if he continues to work there and work at the pace and work in the matches that he works in. So obviously, and then at the end, let me mention the end. I mean, the sudden Death Rider, first and foremost. That was a sudden Death Rider. I didn't see that coming to end the match. Like I said, it was a quick, even though it wasn't that much of a quick match, it was a match that ended quickly. But let me just talk about one thing. Minoru Suzuki versus Jon Moxley. Give me this match now. Please. I need it. I need it. Like that's like those two psychos in the ring. I had to have it. I mean, I had to have it now. I had to have it now. Give me it at New Beginning. Give me it at Sakura Genesis. I don't care when you give it to me. Give it to me now. Give it to me. If I have to wait I don't want to wait another month or so. I don't want to wait another month. I want to wait another 5 months. I need it 1 month from now. I need it next month. You have to work around it some way. Minoru Suzuki versus Jon Moxley is a match that I wanted in the beginning when Jon was in New Japan. Because he's going to snap. Those two are going to snap. I need that match. I need that match. I really do. Now, Kenta versus Hiroki Goto. This was a pretty stiff match. This was a pretty solid match with stiff shots. Now, this is when I started watching day 2 around this day. Around today, actually. I got to watching it today. So, then again, I couldn't really keep my eyes open for most of the match because I was just so tired. I've been so tired and running myself crazy for these past several days. It's just been insane to keep myself awake. It's been hard to keep myself awake, actually. So, very, very hard to stay awake for that match. But I did like the match. I thought the match was pretty decent. And there was so many stiff strikes with kicks from Kenta and, Hiroki Goto. He's a stiff worker, so he's going to just hit you with all he can. And just those kicks by Kenta, I feel like it gets more stiff by the second he competes in the ring. But Hiroki Goto winning the Never Openweight Championship, that was pretty cool. That was like he always does in Wrestle Kingdom. He competes in the Never Openweight title match, he wins the Never Openweight title, or he loses the Never Openweight title. I thought it was a pretty solid match. I didn't stay up for it much. But it was pretty good. I did, like I said, couldn't really stay awake for it, but it was pretty nice. Jay White versus Kota Ibushi.
I'm not sure about that.
This is why, when you're recording videos, please put your Alexa Amazons on mute. So that way, you don't come up with that thing. Nevertheless, let me just move the fuck on. Jay White versus Kota Ibushi. A nothing match for Pride turned Kota Ibushi trying to kill himself in 2 minutes. What are you doing, Kota? What are you doing? You took one hit. You landed onto the guardrail chest first. Oh boy. But it was really good. It was really good. And Jay White was being Jay White. And that's being a badass heel. You use Gato as your advantage, and then at the same time, just take everything that you get. And that's what Jay White did. He took everything that he got from Gato. He took the abuse from Kota Ibushi. Kota Ibushi, that last night to now, there's something that's building within his character about a switch that he seems to turn on and then he can't turn off, where he just becomes this crazy stiff person. It becomes this person that becomes a psycho, unleashed. And I'm starting to get really interested in it. I'm starting to see I'm starting to really get interested in seeing what they do with Kota Ibushi. What's really left for Kota Ibushi now? He lost at Wrestle Kingdom the night before. Now he loses at Wrestle Kingdom again. He lost back-to-back nights for the IWGP Championship in a match where he really needed it for pride, for just something. And in the end, he got absolutely nothing. He was cheated out of a win, and at the same time, he didn't get the job done and win his first IWGP Heavyweight Championship at Wrestle Kingdom on day 1 on Saturday night. So it is kind of crazy to see what they do with Kota Ibushi. But Jay White, my guy, won his match. He won that match that he desperately needed to win, and this was a must win for Jay White. To see him win that match, put a smile on my face, because Jay White is a badass. He is the best heel. He is one of the best wrestlers. I don't care what anyone says. Jay White is that damn good. And you're going to know it. You're going to freaking know it. And just to be like on the good side, the whole thing with the referee, Mario Asami, that was, or Mario Asami, that was assigned the match. That was some funny spots with him. I'm not gonna even lie. And then Gato getting punched just in the chest and then just falling down. It was hilarious. It was absolutely hilarious. And there was hilarious spots, and then there's Jay White winning. That's what I loved. That's what I absolutely loved. Match 8 of day 2. Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Chris Jericho. I wanted Tanahashi to win, but I'm actually glad Jericho did win in the end, because now it just really does something. It really does something to think that, oh, an AEW star worked in the New Japan match where the winner could have got an AEW title match. Now, in the interview, Jericho said he wants that forbidden door to be open. I want it. I want to see New Japan work with AEW, and I've seen different opinions. But you got AEW, this young promotion, and you got New Japan, and then you got WWE, who's the top dog right now, is still the top dog. You can say whatever you want about their problems. WWE is still the top promotion in all of wrestling. You have to knock them off somehow, but it's not about knocking them off. It's about trying to be better than them. You can do that by combining forces. And I would love to see those two combine forces for something huge. And that is huge. If you get AEW and New Japan in one spot, you're talking about some of the biggest dream matches, and then again some rematches that you could see on both spectrums. And then you can see the IWGP Championship get defended at an AEW pay-per-view, or an AEW title get defended at a Wrestle Kingdom. That's big. That's really big. I hope they do come up with a partnership. But onto the match, it was pretty fun. It was a funny promo build up with Tanahashi dressing up as Jericho. I loved it because that was so funny. And then Jericho was, let me just say this now, Jericho's not a GOAT. He's not the GOAT. He's the legendary God. The legendary God. He's among higher than GOAT status. He's the legendary God of wrestling. You praise to Chris Jericho. You do not do anything else. You praise to him. You give him all the everything in the world. You do not call Chris Jericho the GOAT. You call him the legendary God, because he is a God amongst gods. He's a legend among this business. He knows how to innovate unlike anybody else. So let's just, anyways, let me focus on the match. The match was pretty good. The final 3 matches were just like last year. They were really good, and all of them featured Naito, Tanahashi, Jay White, and Okada. But those 4 together is some magic. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, that's it right. They did feature those. Okada, Tanahashi, Naito, Okada, White. Oh, it's 5. So 5. Because the last match featured Kenny Omega last year. Well, because the last match featured Kenny Omega last year. Not really. And Kenny Omega's not with New Japan. By the way, New Japan, Kenny Omega, better than AEW, Kenny Omega. I don't want to get into that argument. Nevertheless, when they went to the outside and Jericho did that DDT, I thought, oh man, that was a brutal spot. That was crazy as hell. But I thought they would cut off the commentary for the rest of the match, because the action in the ring was speaking louder than what the commentary was bringing when Kevin Kelly and the guys, Rocky Romero, mics were cut off. I was like, okay, you're going to let the action speak louder than the words. And it was really good. It was really, really good. It was really solid. They were really telling a whole story. They were telling the whole story in the ring while they were at it. And then the commentary cut on. I was like, fuck. I was like, God damn it. They cut on the mics. It was back and forth exchanges. Code breaker by Jericho in midair. Code breaker by Tanahashi, which kind of chipped Jericho's teeth. And then I saw Tanahashi tap out yet again. I remember seeing him tap out at the Supercard show in Madison Square Garden. I could not believe in. My instant reaction was like, because he tapped out. You don't see Tanahashi tap out really. I haven't seen Tanahashi tap out like this before, because like I said, I haven't watched New Japan in a consistent way, but I do keep up with Tanahashi matches when I can, and I rarely ever see him tap out. I usually can see him get pinned, but not submitted, and he tapped out to the Lion Tamer, which was insane. And to Jericho, I hope they get a deal. I hope AEW and New Japan work out something. I hope they work out an agreement so Jericho can defend the AEW championship at another Japanese show, at another New Japan show, because I need that match. I need to see Jericho do something in New Japan with the AEW championship. That was just one thing. It has to be more. I wanted to be consistent. And finally, the main event. Tetsuya Naito versus Kazuchika Okada. From the entrances to the suit by Naito to the attire by Kazuchika Okada, with him glowing in the dark. Oh, Naomi. Oh, Naomi must be somewhere sitting there just looking at Wrestle Kingdom and just saying to herself, like, God damn it, this guy really took my idea and made it 50 times better. Oh, man. But nevertheless, from the action in the ring, it was just non-stop action. It was a perfect match. I'm gonna say the least. It was a perfect match with the perfect ending, and that was Tetsuya Naito finally getting that moment, winning the IWGP Heavyweight Championship at Wrestle Kingdom. He did it one time, but this time was much better. There was some things in the match. That really caught me. The crowd favorite, really mixed. There was so much quick action, some counters in the ring. And then Okada becoming that desperate guy that he became, that desperate guy that he was way back before, this evolution that he is now to this person that he is now. He became desperate, attacking Naito's knee that was attacked at the first night of Wrestle Kingdom. So there was desperation. Okada wanted to be double champion. There was forearm trays and a smile poison around it that really just like with Okada landing on his head and neck area, which was that was bad. I don't know how Okada continued, but New Japan wrestlers, they give it their all. Japanese wrestlers overall give it their all, and they leave it all out, and they do it on a consistent basis. Ooh. And then the Rainmaker kick out when Okada thought, oh, I won. I just hit my double, triple Rainmaker. I hit the Rainmaker. And then Naito kicks out, and then Okada makes this like face, thinking like going back to Wrestle Kingdom 10 when Tanahashi kicked out. It was a rare kick out. Although you're going to see people kick out of the Rainmaker now and then because this is a new kind of wrestling. But that was a really good flashback to Okada when he was about to get his first win against Tanahashi at Wrestle Kingdom. And then you see more Rainmaker kickouts. And then a callback to Wrestle Kingdom 12, which I remember when Naito went for his splash, he missed it and lost the championship that night. Well, not lost the title, but he did lose the championship match that night. It was so crazy. And then you get to the final moment. The final moment with Destino, and then the 1, 2, 3. It was awesome. Like my general reaction right now, I'm like this is like really me right now speaking. I absolutely just felt so happy for Tetsuya Naito because even though I didn't keep up with him, I've known about this story for quite a while. So to see him finally get this moment, it was just so amazing. And this is like WrestleMania 35 with Kofi winning the WWE Championship because it was a moment set up perfectly just by the story alone. Just by the story alone of Kofi waiting 11 years for his first singles WWE title match to finally prove that he was worth something. To Naito working nearly 6 years, 8 years, his entire career to get to where he needed to be. Perfect moment, a perfect way to give time to give Naito the proper respect that he deserves. And he didn't throw the title around this time. He just sat down with him, and it was just perfect. It was a perfect moment. But what was even better was the whole just. It was even better in a dickish way, and at the same time in a perfectly brilliant way. Kenta attacking Naito. My first reaction was, man, that's some goddamn bullshit, ruining that just perfect way to almost send him off. And then my second reaction was, this is the perfect amount of heel heat to get. Like, this is the perfect heat for Kenta to set him up as the next challenger. Because I thought, hey, whoever wins Ibushi versus White, they're the next challenger. Instead, Kenta just jumped in the front of the line for the double titles. I'm not sure they're going to defend the titles in a separate single match or just separate singles matches with each title on the line, or both titles are going to be on the line in one singles match. I don't know what's going to happen, but this sets up such perfect stuff. Now, I do need to watch New Year Dash. I did make predictions. In the end, I got 8 out of 9 correct, and I got 13 out of 19 overall for the entire show. 16%. Ooh, 16% was, I mean, not 16, 68% was, 68% was really good. I thought, hey, I can do predictions really well. I know how to do predictions as much as I can. So, I can pretty much do as many predictions as I want for each show. But, I might do predictions more often. Not really sure. It all depends on how I really feel. Actually, no, I am going to do predictions more often for every show. So I'm going to especially do them for the big shows, the pay-per-views. Really, my next prediction, I don't know what next prediction I'm going to have. It's probably going to be the Royal Rumble. I don't know if Impact Wrestling is going to have a pay-per-view this year. Not really sure. But anyways, Wrestle Kingdom 14 is in the books. Well, it was in the books yesterday. Well, this morning, actually. Was it yesterday? It was yesterday. It was in the books yesterday morning. Didn't watch it. I watched it today. Finished watching it today. I can't speak because I'm like camera shy. I can't. Oh, not camera shy, but yeah, I am. I do have like a part of shyness in me. But other than that, I mean, this is a really, really good show. I see why people praise Wrestle Kingdom so much. I know I stayed up for Wrestle Kingdom last year, and that was a really good show, but I see why people praise Wrestle Kingdom a lot. Because you gotta watch the entire show. You gotta watch, everything happen. And I know I gotta do a better job in keeping up with New Japan, and that's what I'm gonna do this year. I'm gonna really, really, really keep up with New Japan this year. So, really good show. I don't know what WrestleMania is going to do this year. I don't know what other pay-per-view is going to really top this pay-per-view this year. I don't know who's going to try. I know for me, WrestleMania 35 was better than Wrestle Kingdom 13. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm just really excited for this new year of wrestling, this new year of something, especially the channel. Just talk about wrestling a lot. I do have a Raw reaction video coming out as soon as Raw ends and goes off the air. Raw comes on in about 40 more minutes. And I'm very tired. But I'm working myself overtime to really get this grind going. So I'm gonna get this video up now before anything else happens. I'm gonna get to Raw as soon as it comes on air. So I'm gonna end this video here. I really love Wrestle Kingdom. I hope everyone that watches this video has their own personal take on Wrestle Kingdom and has their own personal take on this video and every other video that I'm gonna upload. Because I'm really gonna try to make this channel into something. I know it's kind of cliche and generic to do a wrestling channel with this kind of stuff because it is all over the place. But it's something I love. I love wrestling I've loved wrestling since I was 2 years old. A year old, 2 years old, back in 2000. Growing up watching, and my earliest memory is definitely from Ruthless Aggression era, from WrestleMania with Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero. And I just felt like, oh, this is something I want to do. This is something I'm going to really just get involved into watching more and more as I age. And now I'm 21 and I'm watching wrestling. And I have no regrets in watching wrestling today because wrestling is much, much, much better than it ever was back then. It just feels like something much more different. And to call myself a wrestling fan now is even an understatement. So turning my love of wrestling into a channel itself is the perfect thing for me. And I'm gonna make this happen as much as I can. And I really do appreciate all the support that people give me as long as I do this channel. It's probably be for many, many years. Because I ain't gonna stop. I'm not gonna probably ever stop watching or talking about wrestling. Other than that, thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna I am definitely gonna just sit back for a few minutes. And I'll see you guys after Monday Night Raw goes off the air with the reaction video.